Hello crafty friends, welcome to Jenny Love Journals. So today guys, I am just going to do a crafting video and figure maybe you guys might want to join me or craft along with me. As you guys know, I am working on making my pumpkin journals, and so far I got the covers covered. I didn't get them embellished yet. I'm still kind of trying to decide on what I want to do as far as proceeding with that. But I am making two signature pumpkin journals. I covered the outside of both of them with this beautiful fabric, as you see here, and that the same goes for the spine. I covered the spine with two different kinds of fabric, which I love both of them, and lined that with some rickrack on both of these. And let's see, so on the inside, I'll show you what I got done so far, and then I'm going to show you some of the ephemera and embellishments that I've made so far, and then I'm going to make some more ephemera and stuff on camera. So I have here on the inside, I used this scrapbook paper to use as the end paper on the inside of this one, and just lined it with some rickrack here. And I made this fabric pocket. Love this fabric. I got this fabric in a bundle of fall pumpkin-y type fabric off of Amazon. Some of you who may have seen my last bundle video, I actually had some fabric pieces that I never used that are more toward Thanksgiving that I added into a bundle for sale. But I kept the ones that had the pumpkins on them and the ones that weren't too Thanksgiving-like. And I made this fabric pocket here, and I just lined the top of it with some orange lace. Again, there are two signatures in both of these journals. I lined the first page of each signature with these fabric ruffles that I made. And I used one kit. Forgive me, but I don't know the name of the kit, but I did purchase it as a digital on Etsy and printed them out for some of the pages and the signatures. I will put the link in the description to which Etsy store I got these from in case you're interested in grabbing them yourself. Beautiful, beautiful digitals. Fell absolutely in love with them. But I don't just have digital pages as signatures. I also have some pages that I've had for a really long time, and I want to say these are from a company called Coffee House. I don't know if they're still around. I have not seen them around in quite a while. But that's like this one, for example. This is scrapbook paper. And the scrapbook paper, it was a 12 by 12, so rather than cutting it down, I just folded it up and made a pocket. This is a piece of lined paper from KB and Friends. Here's another digital. This is it's anywhere between 1910 and 1919, because you see the 191 for the date. I don't know, which in the 9 years this is, but it's an invoice for a sheep leather company. And I just used it as a piece of paper for this signature. I can't even talk today. I'm lost for words. Hopefully the jazz music I have playing in the background isn't too loud and overpowering my voice. I know I don't play music often when I do these videos, but when I'm not filming, I often listen to light jazz music, ASMR, audiobooks, things like that when I'm crafting. So I was already listening to the jazz music, so I figure I'd keep it on. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. This is also from Coffee House. This is scrapbook paper. Made, of course, like I said, made them into pockets rather than cutting them down and collating them completely. Love these digitals. They are so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Fabric flips that I made and put in. There's one fabric flip per signature in both journals, and then I put it on this page so that you can write a secret entry and then just cover it up with the fabric flip. And I thought, it was fun. I didn't show you all the pages, I just kind of thumbed through. Here's the other fabric ruffle I made for this one. I love that. This is a vintage page out of a 1970 real estate book, and I used the October page. Another Coffee House page. graph paper from, yeah, Katie and Friends. Sorry. Again, my brain is just not working today. Beautiful, beautiful paper. A scrap of paper. So pretty. So again, as you guys can see, oh, here's the other fabric flip. And I just made a ruffle for this one and sewed it to the top. And that's on a piece of tea-stained. See? Tea-stained paper. This is a digital that's actually mine. This is in my Etsy store, or Etsy shop rather, for the tea-stained digital. And then another fabric pocket on the back cover. So that's this one. And again, I still have to embellish the front. Still deciding on what I want to do with that. The inside of this one is practically the same thing, but like different fabrics, different ruffles. The digitals are from the same creator, but they are different. Some of the pages are different, but same concept. But anyway, so this is, I mean, yes, pumpkins are fall, so I guess you can say it does revolve around fall, but this is mostly pumpkins, as you guys can see. So just kind of flipping through really quick, just to give you an idea, not to show you every page, but and again, fabric flips in every signature. Love this page, so pretty. And then another fabric pocket on the back cover. By the way, both of these journals will be for sale in my Etsy shop when they are finished. So let me go ahead really quick and show you some of the ephemera that I had already finished for these journals. I made these paper clips, hidden paper clips, and they have little pockets with little things in them on both sides, back and front, and I just embellished the pockets and things like that. There's a paper clip in there, so you just clip it to the top of a page, and you can clip something to it. I made 3 of them. I downloaded these digitals. Again, I can't remember the name of the Etsy shop that I downloaded these from, but like before with the pages, I will put the link in the description below so that you can download these digitals if you want and make your own hidden paper clips. So I got those done. I made some of these pieces of ephemera to go in pockets. This is basically just like a scrap of paper, if you will. And these are digitals from the kits, and I just glued on. This is actually mine, and I have these for sale in my Etsy store, by the way. These are not digitals. These are like physical items that I will mail to you if you order them. But I just made several, and like this one, I put 2 of these together and then just stamped a leaf for the pull. How cute is that? And they are blank on the back so that you can journal on the back of those. And then these 2 big ones are larger ones here. And then this right here that you see, the I Love Fall most of all with the coffee, and then these pumpkins are also with these leaves. They're like a set, and there's a whole bunch more in the set that I have for sale in my Etsy shop. So there's those. I have these vintage flash cards here, and I stamped, like this one, I stamped fall colors, and then on the back I stamped a leaf. I stamped a leaf here and here, and I made these fabric clusters and glued the fabric clusters to the top of the flash cards, and they are green and orange, so I figure those would be perfect for the journals. Let's see, I took some large index cards and I decoupaged some napkins onto them. Like these were actually napkins. And I made it so that you can see the lines of the index card coming through so that you can write on this side if you wanted to. And I also backed another index card on the back, right side up, so that you can see the lines so that you can journal on the backs of those as well. So I had a lot of fun with these. I love decoupaging with napkins. As you guys know, I have a lot of different napkins that I hoard, I guess. These are vintage bingo cards. Some of you might remember seeing these in a haul video that I did. I received a huge box of these very vintage cardboard-like bingo cards, and I actually included these in a bundle sale from like 2 weeks ago that I did. And I will be putting more of these in future bundle sales. But anyways, I made this, and I'm going to actually turn this into a pocket. And this one. And I know what you're thinking, they look like they're too big, but I did make sure that they would fit. So they would fit very nicely on the page, as you can see. And then I'm just going to make it a pocket there. And these are your standard size journals. They are 6 by 9 inch journals. So they are your standard size journals. So again, I made these, or embellished, I should say, these two vintage bingo cards. What else? I have, obviously I didn't make these, but I pulled these. These are recipe cards, vintage recipe cards. This one is out of a McCall case of recipe cards. The year is 1973 on both of these. This is a pumpkin cream cheese pie and spicy pumpkin pudding, and the recipes are on the back. And then these came out of a vintage Betty Crocker one for 1975, and this is spicy pumpkin squares and frosty pumpkin pie. So I'm not going to embellish these. I'm just going to put these into some pockets. And I have several other things over here. Let's see. And I cut all of these pockets out of, or using my Big Shot. Basically just took like scrapbook paper, digitals, and used my metal dies and cut some of these pockets out so that I have lots of pockets to go into the journals. So there's lots of them, all different sizes, all different styles. Again, you guys might hear Coda snoring. He's literally on the chair that I am sitting on, right behind me. So my rear end is on the edge of the seat because he's hogging up the chair, and he's snoring fast asleep right behind me. So if you hear him, I do apologize. But as you can see, I just made a whole bunch of different pockets. Not sure if I'm going to use all of them, but I guess we'll have to see, because there is a lot here. So that's basically what I have done ephemera-wise so far for these journals. I have not been getting these journals done as fast as I would like to. Usually I get my journals done within a week, week and a half, but I've been so busy with things that these ones are kind of taking a little bit of time. And as soon as I finish these ones, I'm going to be moving on to making vintage Halloween journals, which I'm so excited about because I have gathered and obtained and purchased so many amazing items for vintage Halloween journals, and I'm so excited to do that. And as you guys know, if you've been following my channel, my two favorite holidays are Halloween and Christmas. Even though Halloween is not a declared holiday, it is for most. I mean, come on now, let's be real, right? But when it comes to Halloween, I am a huge vintage Halloween fan. And then Christmas, I just love Christmas, period. Vintage Christmas, absolutely. But I love Christmas. So I'm really excited to make the Halloween journals. What I have set aside here are some items or some things that I want to use to make some ephemera today, to go into the pumpkin journals. I have some of these tags that I cut out. I cut these out by hand with just orange scrapbook paper. I cut these out with my Cricut, with scrapbook paper, but I backed them onto cardstock so they're nice and thick. Here are some coffee dyed time cards that we're going to be using. This is an old vintage game piece card. These are vintage Rolodex cards. I pulled all kinds of stuff. These are vintage game pieces, little cards. We can add little tabs or something to them to decorate them so that we can put them into pockets. Different things we can do. So let's see. I want to get started on some of these tags because I have some cards, as you can see, that I already made, but I don't have any tags yet. I also have these eyelets that are shaped like little leaves, which I think are cute. I got some orange, red, green. There's even little pumpkins. I don't know if you can see that, but there's little pumpkin ones. So we can use those on the tags. Here, let me show you. This is actually the little sets that I have in my Etsy shop that I was telling you about. Here is what the majority of them look like. So if you want to order some, there are still some left. I think there's only 4 sets of these left though. And these are what they are. I made these myself and I cut these out on my Cricut. I think you get 2 pieces per set because like there's the leaves I showed you. I showed you that. Here's the pumpkins that I showed you. Got some scarecrows. Here's the I Love Fall most of all. And like I said, if you order a set, you get 2 pieces in each. 2 pieces of peaches. Oh my Lord. 2 pieces of each in each set. So like I said, there are still a few sets left in my Etsy shop. If you want them, go over and grab them. But I have some of these set aside. I also have a whole big bag of these. These came from the pumpkin kit of the papers that I was showing you, as well as these. I think these came from a different digital kit. I think. I'm not sure, but either way, I will put all the links in the description on where I got everything. I have a few more fabric clusters that I made. I got 3 of those left. And I have some iron-on transfers with pumpkins that we can use. I got some green doily here. Some different, green doily, orange doily. Some orange ribbons, different things that we can use. So let's see. I mean, this is a tag. This is going to go down into a pocket, so I don't know if I want to put anything bulky on there. So let's open this up. I also have some rickrack, a big roll of the orange rickrack. So I don't know how much talking I'm gonna do throughout this, but hopefully you guys enjoy the process. Maybe I should zoom in a tiny bit. I feel like sometimes you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I have some vintage numbers, or not vintage, vintage-like numbers in here too. I really like the black ones when it comes to the pumpkin stuff. And I have these strips, these leftover strips that I saved from when I was cutting down papers for signatures and stuff. So I have those to work with. Can do something like that. I don't even have my glue. All right, we have some Fabri-Tac and we have some art glitter. For the thicker paper, I prefer the art glitter. Which side? We'll do that side. Okay, let me put a pin in there. Yeah, he's snoring pretty loud. I do apologize again if you guys can hear that. So hopefully you guys are all having a great day. Hopefully you're having a creative day. Let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. I know for me this weekend I will be doing my usual thrift shopping on Saturday for crafting things, and I will be going to church sales and flea markets, antique stores, things like that. I got some glue on there. That's cute. Let's see what else we got. It's a little too much. I don't want to be too busy with it. I have these little punches too that have little leaves on them. We can make several of those. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's do that and put them, laying them down this. That's cute. Apologize if that was a little stinging on the ears. That is so cute. Oops. How cute is that? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, when I hear like a person or an animal lightly snoring, like the way Coda is right now, not, you know, like mouth agape snoring like an ogre kind of snoring, but like the light, you know, snoring like he's doing right now, it makes me tired. Like it makes me want to fall asleep. Let me know if that is the same for any of you guys. And again, I do apologize if it's coming through the camera loudly. But if you've been following my channel, you should be used to it by now, because pretty much every time I film, whether it be a journal process video, a journal flip through video, haul video, bundle videos, doesn't matter, he's always snoring. Okay, these are so teeny tiny, so thank God I have this little fine tip here on my glue. And also, tell me in the comments, because I would love to hear it. I was going to say, I thought I had 4 leaves. What are you working on right now? What projects are you working on? What journals are you working on? Have you gotten into any of the fall stuff yet? Let me know, because I'd love to hear about all your guys' different projects. Everybody's always got something different going on. That came off the glue bottle. Okay, you might see a little bit of the glue, but it will dry clear, so that's okay. That is so cute. I want to put an eyelet. One of these eyelets in. First, let me make sure that I center it right, because even when I eyeball it, I still never get it right. It's still off-centered usually. Happy birthday to you. That's literally the music playing. So if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. We're celebrating you today. Let's see, I might have to, oh, no, I didn't have to dump them all out to get a pumpkin. Yay! I don't know why I put my crocodile away, because I'm going to need it again. Happy birthday to you. Oh, shoot. Did I? Oh, no, no. It might be too short. It might be too short, but let's try it anyway. Yeah, I think it's... Let's go with a leaf. They look like the backs of them are longer. That kind of stinks, but... it is what it is. Yeah, they're too short. Why do they do that? Like, why do they make them so stinking short? I don't know. I can glue it on, maybe. Maybe? Let's see. Because I really want to use these. But yeah, sometimes they make these, the eyelets so that the back part of them that you would, you know, squish down in are really, really small. So when you go to do that, they just come out. Let me know if you've ever had that issue. I'm gonna hold on to it here and let it dry a minute. Well, I think it's going to work, but I'm going to set this aside and let it dry before I put any string or ribbon or seam binding in there. I'm going to set it over here. Yeah, I don't understand why they do that. It's like, make them a little longer, you know? You know, you know? All right, let me take a sip of my Pepsi Zero here. In my ghost cup. Isn't it so cute? My husband bought it for me the other day. All right, this one. Let's see, let's see. We got some rickrack. I have an idea. Let's line both sides with the rickrack. This is not vintage rickrack, by the way. I couldn't find vintage orange rickrack. I have vintage green rickrack, which I'm almost out of, actually. But I couldn't find it in orange, the vintage. So I had to, unfortunately, order that spool off of Amazon, because you guys know I'm a, you know, I try to go as much as I can with the vintage embellishments, but sometimes, you know, oops, sometimes we don't have a choice, because sometimes certain things aren't available to us. And like I said, I'm going to do this on both sides. And don't worry, just in case you are wondering about the music that's playing, it is a no copyright music, so I shouldn't get snagged by YouTube for it. Because I always make sure that if I'm going to be playing music while I'm filming, that it's copyright free, so... Sometimes people will be like, be careful, Jenny, don't get nabbed by YouTube. We're good. I always make sure that I cover my bases. Cute. I kind of want to line the whole thing. You know what? Let's do that. How cute would that be? I want to make sure I'm in frame. This is some sticky Fabri-Tac. Sticking to my fingers, as you guys can see. So there's a few YouTube channels that I want to shout out in this video. And while I watch a lot of different YouTube channels, like so many, too many to count probably, there's a few that I have been watching a lot lately, and they are great. See, it's sticking. Great channels. And I don't think that I mean, let me just say, first of all, that the junk journaling community, whether it be on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that's the garbage truck that you hear going by, you know, all over the place, they are extremely supportive. Like and you know, I've told you guys this before, if you follow my channel, I have another YouTube channel aside from this one where I have lots more subscribers, a way bigger audience, almost 10,000 to be exact. And it's where my husband and I do it's an adventure channel, if you will. We do urban exploration. We go to really cool places and film. We do paranormal investigations, all kinds of stuff. And the community over there of people who do that stuff, they're okay. Like, there's some really nice, supportive people or channels or what have you over there, but nothing like the junk journaling community. I have never been part of such a kind, caring, loving, supportive community until I came into the junk journaling community a couple of years ago. Actually, I started this channel like 3 years ago, but I took a break and I came back probably about 6 months ago, like full time, if you will. So I didn't really give this channel a chance to climb as much as the other one because of taking such a long break. But since I've been back, let me just say, that's cute, by the way, with it going all the way around. The junk journaling community, I'm just in love, guys. Everybody is so kind and supportive. We all root each other on, which I love. It's like there's no competition, there's no drama, there's no BS. It's amazing. It is amazing. And again, while I watch a lot of channels that do this, there's a few in particular that I want to shout out, and I'm gonna, you know, I want to start doing that. You know, doing channel shout outs as much as I can, because again, we need to support each other. And so one of my many favorites of YouTube channels that does this is Diane Hubert's. It's The Pretty Pink Cottage. I'm sure that most of you know of her channel. Her and I are so much alike when it comes to our style, because she focuses mainly on vintage, where I also focus mainly on vintage. You know, just, I don't know. I love her channel, and I love all of the different things that she comes up with. She's so creative. All right, I'm gonna cut around this actually. I don't know. I really enjoy her channel. So shout out to Diane from The Pretty Pink Cottage. Carrie from The Paper Monkey. She's also another one who revolves herself a lot around the vintage aspect of things. And she is so funny. Like, every time I watch one of her videos or her live streams, she has me rolling because she's just so funny and very supportive, very kind. Who else? I Spy Queen. She's another good channel. She just finished this really pretty like mini journal that she made out of a Kool-Aid box. You know, those little Kool-Aid single things that you you rip open and you pour them into a bottle of water. She took one of those boxes and made the most beautiful little mini journal. And she's very kind as well, very supportive. I love watching her channel. So shout out to her. Shout out to Diane. Shout out to Carrie. And if I didn't shout you out, I will. I will get to you. Because I watch a lot of you. And I used to watch a lot. Angela Kerr. That's the name of her channel also, is Angela Kerr. I'm sure a lot of you know who she is. And while I still do watch some of her stuff, I kind of leaned more toward the channels who do the vintage thing. Because again, that's way more up my alley. While Angela Kerr makes gorgeous digital kits, she makes gorgeous journals, she never really uses anything vintage. So I do still watch her for you know, inspiration and things like that, but she's more of a modern YouTube junk journaler. So if you are into that, definitely go check her out. But I used to watch a lot of her as well. Let's see, Natasha from Treasure Books. I had to look up because I almost forgot the name of her channel, because I have her book, the treasure bookmaking book that she wrote. I actually have it on the shelf above my head. So anyways, yes, lots and lots of amazing junk journalers and creators. There's so many. So many, and I love them all. How cute is that? I'm trying to think of what I want to use for a poll though, before I put that on there, because I don't want it to clash, you know what I mean? So if you want me to shout your channel out, definitely let me know in the comments, and I would be more than happy to. Because I am all about supporting each other. All about it. I don't know, these ones are a little big, aren't they? These came with the digital. Yeah, I like that one. I think these little pieces were different, like I said, from a different creator from the pages that I showed you. So hopefully, I'm hoping to have these journals finished by the end of this week. And it's funny I say the end of this week because today's Friday. So I'm hoping to have these done by like tomorrow, after I get back from my usual weekly thrift shopping. I'm gonna take some time out here in the craft room because my husband has some outdoor work to do. He's actually getting, we have a Hummer, that's like our vehicle, our main vehicle. And my husband, he's a diesel technician, so he mostly drives around his work truck, but our main vehicle is a Hummer. It's a big blue Hummer. And we want to start going, oh, well, I can't say want to, we are going to start going Hummer camping. How many of you have heard of that? Let me know in the comments. So it's camping, for those of you who don't know. But instead of like a little camper, you camp in your Hummer. And we have like this big tent. So you open up the back hatch of your Hummer, and if you know what a Hummer is, the inside of Hummers are very, very large. So we actually got like a mattress that was specifically designed and made for the back of our Hummer so that it fits perfectly and we can both fit on it. So that goes in the back. My husband is in the process of building some shelving that will go around, you know, the inside of it so that we can flip them down if we need to put like our laptops or tablets and stuff like that on it. Like when we're in there at night just chilling out, we can watch movies and things like that. We're making like blackout curtains to go across the windows. Even though the windows are tinted, I still want the blackout curtains. And then we bought, just today actually, I just ordered, it's like a big tent. You put the hatch down in the back of the Hummer and you connect this tent to it so that it expands outward and makes it so that when you climb out of the back of the Hummer, you're in this giant tent and you can stand up in it. Like, that's how big the tent is. And it's got like 2 sections. It's got like an inner section and then like a gazebo type section where you can put your picnic table. We have, you know, we just bought like the Coleman stove. We bought a little picnic table that actually folds up, and when you unfold it, it's like a picnic table. It's really cute. We have like these rocking chairs that you can actually fold up, and when you unfold them, they're like a lawn chair, but they're rocking chairs. So we got some of those, all kinds of stuff. So Saturday, when we get back from our thrift shopping, my husband is going to be getting the Hummer completely set up, because next weekend, being as how summer is almost over down here in South Florida, we are going to go Hummer camping. And the reason why I say because summer is almost over, because it's hot down here, y'all. And we even have a portable air conditioner to go into the Hummer for hot nights, but we would still prefer to not go when it's blazing hot. So we've been waiting for it to cool down. So that's what he's going to be doing, is getting everything set up so that next weekend we can go on our first Hummer camping trip of the season. And we're both super duper excited. We're going to this place that has campsites right on the water up in Safety Harbor, Florida. Beautiful town. The town is actually so pretty that they film Hallmark movies in the town of Safety Harbor. And that's where we're going to be camping. And again, the campsites are right on the water. It's gorgeous. So we're super excited. But anyway, so while he's working on that this weekend, I will be here in my craft room getting these journals finished. How cute is this tag? I'm sitting here rambling, and oh my gosh, these are so cute. And you can write here, you can write on the back. Oh, I love them. Okay, I think that's dry enough to where I can gently tie. Actually, you know what? Let me go get, I have some orange embroidery thread. Here we go. Let me tie some of this in there, because the hole, as you guys can see, in this little pumpkin is very, very, very small. So to try to thread something like this through there is going to be a little difficult. So let me do something like this. And we might be filming our adventures when we're Hummer camping, which will go on my other channel. For those of you who are interested in checking out my other channel, the name of it is Jenny Love TV. And I can put the link to that in the description below too, if you guys want to go check it out. You don't have to, but just in case you want to. How cute. So there's these 2 tags. Super duper adorable. And while I've been filming for longer than I wanted to, because I'm sitting here rambling rather than working, I'm going to do one more before I let you guys go. We have the Rolodex. We have these little game pieces. I have green and yellow. I didn't have any orange. I have the coffee dyed time cards. And we have these tags here. So we already did tags. Let's do a couple game pieces and a Rolodex card, and then we'll end the video. This, by the way, I was thinking about using this to put on the cover of one of the journals. I'm still not sure yet. Of course, I'll put something behind it to make it stand out so that it's not blending in so much with the fabric in the back, but that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with that. Obviously, we can't do a whole lot with these because of how small they are. These are game pieces from, let me turn around and look. I think it's Call My Bluff is the name of the game. It's from the 60s. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it. Let me zoom in a little bit. But these are just little cards that go in the game. Examination. Junior, why does the moon go to the bank? Intermediate. What is bought by the yard but not worn by the foot? Who drives away all his customers? Go back 5 decks. Not doing your homework. And then luck. I don't know. I don't understand the game. I've never played it. I just bought it because it's a vintage game, and when there's vintage games for sale, I buy them for the pieces, the money, the pieces, and things like that. So let's see. We can put like some pumpkins or something. Again, there's not a lot we can do with these because of how small they are, but we can put something on them. I have these too. If I can get my hand in there. There we go. My dog is now kicking me. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I don't think I do. What do you guys think? I'm not digging that. Not digging it. I have these two. These are the leftover pieces from the hidden paper clips. The embellishing pieces, the ones that I did not use. Look at these little teeny envelopes. Oh! I can put little envelopes on them. And then these little tiny tags. Will they fit? They won't, but I can cut them down to fit. Hold on. I have two of these little envelopes. And then we can put like some of these little sayings on them. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, here's a little stamp. That will fit in the envelope. Right? Little acorn. Okay, let's do that. Let's glue these little envelopes on. Should we do it on this side or this side? We'll do it on this side. I'm glad I saved these pieces. I mean, why wouldn't I anyway? I very rarely throw anything away. I'm gonna put them right in the middle. Is that straight? All right. And then we can put just like under it. Oof, my hands don't want to work today. They're all over the place. All right, what else? We can put this that little stamp in there. We can cut this card down so that we can put it in sideways. Oops. And then we obviously we'll keep it open so you can go in there and get those out. The acorn. I should have glued the acorn down just right behind that, but it's okay. How cute. We'll do that with this one. I'm being messy with the glue today. Usually I'm not. Usually I'm not messy with the glue, but I'm going to put this over here to the side a little bit more. And again, I'm using the art glitter because I'm using thicker pieces, cardstock pieces. They're playing Happy Birthday again. Okay, this is a little, I'll just cut it off, whatever hangs over. They really want to make sure that if it's your birthday, you're hearing it. That's cool though. How cute is that? How stinking cute is that? All right, let's cut down a little tag. This is like a little teeny tag. Cut it down so we can fit it in the little envelope. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. What about this apple? Can we fit the apple in there? I want to put it behind the tag. Yes, how cute. Oh, I love it. And then it has luck on that side, and on this one it has examination. I mean, I'm not really, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I like the one that says luck. Oh my gosh, these are so stinking adorable. I wish I had room to put something else. Let me see. Look at this little squirrel. I can do that and have him hanging off if I wanted to. You know what? I'm going to do that. He's going to hang off a little bit, but it's okay. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I don't mind that he's hanging off, as long as you can get into the envelope. Oh my gosh, I love these. I don't know what made me come up with that idea, but okay. Let's do something with this Rolodex card, and then I will let you guys go and get on with whatever it is you are getting on with. Alrighty. Rolodex cards I think are cute. I have these punches. Maybe we should punch a little leaf in too. Did I get it? Nope, it didn't punch all the way through. Come on. Now let me do this one. There we go. That's cute. Should I back it? Let's see. So that you can see the leaf. And back it onto that. It says birthday anniversary. Which side should I do? Well, I'll do the other side. I'll leave it so that there's a little bit of the orange around. So I heard, let's get into some weather talk here, that some states are getting the chilly weather finally. I know it's been a brutal summer for everybody around the entire country. Let me just tell you that even though I live in South Florida, the weather for a lot of northern states like New York, Pennsylvania, even the Carolinas were hotter this summer than it was down here in Florida. I know that's hard to believe, but it's crazy, and it's true. I'll go with the white pumpkin because we have the orange background. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going through. That's a big pumpkin. Okay, this jazz playlist. Playing a lot of happy birthdays. I don't know why I like that though. I like the white one too. I'm gonna go with the white. Because there's a lot of orange in these journals anyways. I mean, hello, they are pumpkin journals, but maybe we can use this Seasons Change at the top. I've never heard a jazz playlist play so many happy birthdays. It's funny. Now you have to tell me in the comments if it's your birthday, because of how many times my playlist had sung to you today. Oh, Lordy. That's cute. Let's see, can we add anything else? I think I can use that and cut around it as a pole. How about that? That would be cute. Not very even, but still cute. Should have glued it, the whole thing. There we go. Put, I'm trying to find something to put on that. I don't know. This is a little scarf. How cute is the scarf? There he goes snoring again. I don't know. Okay, that's cute. That is cute. We'll go with that. Use that top piece as a base for the leaves. That's cute. And of course you can write here, you can write on the back. Okay, so today together we made the Rolodex card. We made the 2 game cards with the little envelopes. I still can't get over how cute those are. And we made these 2 tags. Not too bad. And then of course all of the other things I showed you that I made. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you keep an eye on my channel for the flip through videos of the pumpkin journals. And again, they will be for sale in my Etsy shop when they are finished. And then of course, we will have the haul video on Monday. I still do have several bundles for sale from my last bundle sale. I think I have 2 or 3 bundles for sale from the week before, and I have like a lot of bundles for sale from the bundle video that I did the other day. I think I only sold 2 bundles from that one. I didn't really, YouTube didn't really put that one out in the algorithm that much, so I don't think that many people know that that video is up for those bundle sales. So if you're interested in seeing what I have for sale in those bundles, head on over and check those out. They are right here on my channel. I got glue on my fingernail. And again, if you're interested, go ahead and follow the process that I explained in the beginning of the video on how to claim the bundles that you want. So anyways, thank you guys so much again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, as always, give it a great big thumbs up, share it out to any family and friends who you think would enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.